Sir, viewers, as you're watching now, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also make sure you share this program to others. Subscribe if you are watching for the first time. No Tinubu in 2027 in Edo State, as angry youths in Ekpoma, Edo State stormed the streets to protest the alarming rise in kidnappings, tearing down APC campaign billboards as they voiced their outrage and demanded urgent action. What do you have to say about this?
I think it has gotten to a point that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not worry about a re-election. A lot of people are already calling that he should, in fact, adopt Obi as the next president of Nigeria. If you look at what is happening in Edo State, if you look at some of these states that has become APC-dominated states, the northern jihadists have found those states as a base of safety to carry out their nefarious activities. Imagine a situation where hundreds, many Edo people, citizens, are being kidnapped on a daily basis. Now, it's not even going to the market they are now going into their houses one after another, carrying out these activities. I remember, some time ago, there was this issue of, Fulani infiltration in Edo State, where there was almost an uprising. The youth of that state actually try to see how they can, defend themselves on the process. All of a sudden, we saw I don't know how to describe the governor now. For me, I think Mondo Obelo has become a threat to Edo citizens. A threat to Edo citizens? Yes, because ever since he came into power as governor in the Edo State, we have seen the entire Oba in the Benin Kingdom, the Oba Palace, in so many crises, that has never happened before. Imagine a man was, I don't know, reduced to nothing, linked to one Pedro like that. This has not happened. Even to that extent, they were not even afraid to take that man as naked as he is, to the palace. They wouldn't have opened the gates for them, because this is not normal. We have not seen this kind of thing happening within the royalty of the Benin Kingdom. We've not seen it happen in recent times. We've not seen it happen. These things are happening under this very, man. And so far so good. I think Mondo Obelo has become, or is becoming, the worst governor ever in Edo State. The worst governor ever? Yes, ever ruled, in that state. Because we are seeing it very clearly. And this thing has, the youth of that state has transferred a certain anger to him, and of course, to the president of the country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As you watch on this video, you can see the background of what is already happening. Edo State has finally collapsed. We didn't see this thing happening under, no matter what it is, under Osomole. We didn't see this thing, breathing so badly under Obaseki. We'll see, yes, because when they were telling them about APC controlled states, Nigerians doesn't know what is happening.
But now in APC, we have 28 governors present in APC now, and which all of them are promising their state to Bola Tinubu in 2027. Which Monday Okpebholo is even among them, promising Tinubu that he will do Edo State to him. And now the citizens are acting this way.
Yes,
and this to deliver the state.
See, I doubt what is going to happen in 2027. Definitely, there might not be no election. There might not be APC in Asuro.
Yes,
there might not be APC in Asuro on 2027 because this Monday Okpebholo, focusing on Edo State as a reference point, made it very clearly that he will single-handedly, whether by omission or by commission, where there is an election or no election, they have the INEC and they have there's no need of even voting. But I can tell you what I'm seeing currently now in Edo State, the youth of that state are definitely going to resist any form of rigging, because it is only rigging that can deliver Edo State to another Fulani party. And I can tell you that what all these states that have become APC state from the south region down, all of them are behaving as if, they are being infected with Fulani DNA virus. Look at what is happening in River State, the same thing. Look at what is happening in Abia State, the same thing. Look at what is happening everywhere. And having said that, yes, that anytime you see APC, look at what happened in Akwa Ibom just a few months ago. They are already there, and there is a series of warning, even from the northern people, citizens, Hausas or whatever, those who does not believe are aligned with this, conquest agenda, are telling the whole South region or Southeast region or the entire Eastern Bloc that, once they are done with the North, that of course, South will be a total walkover. So what I think it has gotten to a point now that the youth of Edo State have started sensing, something very strange happening in Edo State, things that have never happened before. We have to get to the extent that, on a daily basis, kidnapping and killing are taking place. Edo State. And you can see now there is mass, revolt going on now in Edo State by the Edo State youth. Anything that has to do with car within the town, within the villages, all nooks and crannies, they are mobilizing. As you can see it, they are chasing anything cow, because cow has been the basis, the reason. Grazing has always been the reason the Fulanis are using, to infiltrate areas to carry out their jihadist agenda. And there has been series of advocacy to stop this grazing, and they have not stopped at this moment. And that is why that the Edo youth now have taken it upon them. Even some of them, you can hear at the background what some of them are saying. They don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. They don't want to be aligned with anything that has to do with Nigeria. And I have listened to so many Edo youths, saying it very clearly. They are not going to join anything that has to do with the northern aspect, or even Yoruba. They are going to align with Biafran struggle at the end of the day. And that is what they're saying, because they fear that they cannot be able to handle the ravaging Fulani military in form of headers. Fulani militias are headers. They are the bandits. They are the kidnappers. They are the people, chasing people from their communities and taking over subsequently.
But if I may ask, you said the other time that viewers that are watching now, click on the like button, make sure you drop your comment and also share to others. Subscribe if you are watching for the first time. You said the other time that Edo youth will not allow INEC to rig the election for a Fulani party anymore. So if I may ask, who is the Fulani party?
Of course, yes, Nigerians may not be able to agree with that. Ever since APC came into power, right from the days when Buhari came in, they had the El-Rufai, them, the Bararaje, the Gumis, all of them. We are involved in bringing in terrorists in Nigeria. That's what their brothers are even saying. So that APC now they form. They don't hand over the organ of herdsmen, which is Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, as the leader. So they know definitely why they brought Buhari, and they collaborated. Well, Tinubu and the rest of them were part of it. All the Yorubas were part of it. They can't tell me that they don't know what the APC is all about. And remember too that foreign nation, a foreign court has passed judgment on APC as a terrorist organization and not even a party. That alone is a total write-off on the reason why the Edo youths are insisting that we will not have APC again in that state. That APC is a quoted party with Fulani military operating under the disguise. Because if you look at when they forced resistance by the Edo youths, yes, I celebrate Edo youths, in that regard. The governor ran to the Sultan of Sokoto to kneel down and beg him. Even though there's a proof that those who were caught inside a trailer had enough arms loaded in the trailer there, and they were disarmed by the Edo youths. Now we are even hearing that those who are protesting in Edo State now, that the police have started making arrests, going to house to bundle them out and order. What type of leadership has APC brought to Nigeria? What type of country has Nigeria become? What are we going to talk about when there is no security? How we now discuss the sovereignty of this nation when the citizens who are sovereignty themselves cannot longer, protect or defend themselves simply because one Fulani D&A governor is there sitting down? I think Edo State are feeling embarrassed because they know that we are not when the Babylon was not voted, it was imposed. Yes, on the Edo people, and that's why I said, their rigging machine is there. INEC can do it for them unless the Edo people wake up, and resist INEC and the judiciary, because that is only the tool they can use to continue this Islamization agenda, which some southern political leaders are already part of.
But if I may ask you this in conclusion, what is this kind of situation? What kind of message is it trying to pass to other states?
Of course, I believe that there is a mass uprising against APC as a party
in all states.
Yes, there should be mass uprising against APC as a party. This is under this APC. We have seen the first time in the history of Nigeria bombs from US landing in the northern part of the country. We have seen so many atrocities happen under this APC. It was the same APC that went to Kenya to kidnap Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of things. And what Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was talking about, even telling the Edo people, I think now they have seen that the Igbo man is not their problem. All this sentiment about the Igbo people, anywhere you see them, this Igbo, go and find out yourself now, whether in any way or either by omission or commission, whether you have seen Igbo people terrorizing any region, any state in the country. What Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was bringing to the table, unfortunately, some people are seeing it here. We are not talking about those generations that has destroyed Nigeria. We are talking about the Gen Z generation who are likely going to take this knee of this nation. They are seeing it very clearly that the Fulani military has infiltrated everywhere. The killing and kidnapping that you see that happening in Edo State is as a result of having a terrorist party with a terrorist D&A governor, Fulani D&A governor. It is done, and that is what they are trying to do in other states now. Why are all these governors decamping to APC? Is because that what the caliphate, anything the Northern Fulani decide, they impose it on any leader.
Anything the Northern Fulani.
Yes, anything the Northern Fulani decide, they impose it on the rest of the region. And the only resistant voices that are against this political dangerous moves that is happening in Nigeria today is only Mazin Nnamdi Kanu.
But in a nutshell, are you saying the Fulani, the northern politicians, are the ones controlling the politics in general in this country?
Yeah, of course. Now, if you look, I don't want to talk about the underground, the unseen network that is going on even before election takes place. If they unveil it, if they throw it public, Nigerians will definitely be able to know their enemies. The United States of America have the list of Boko Haram sponsors in Nigeria. They have the list. Those in Abuja today are also involved. So it's a very clear thing, you know, that we have gotten to that point that Nigerians are becoming aware of what Nigeria is to the Igbos and what Igbos is to Nigeria compared with the activities of the Fulanis in Nigeria currently now.
Okay, viewers, as you're watching now, click on the like button. Make sure you drop your comment and also share this program to others. Subscribe if you have not subscribed, if you're watching for the first time.
Why you gotta see my videos now? Why you gotta see my videos? Why you gotta see my videos? Why you gotta see my videos? You can't see me with that one. Why you gotta see my videos? 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 Why? Why you gotta see my videos? Why? Why you gotta see my videos? Why you can't see my videos? Why you can't see my videos? Why? I don't see my video. Why? I don't see my video. Mad? I don't see my video. Why you see my videos? You don't see all the videos. I don't see my video. Why you see my videos? Why you see my videos? Come for here. Why you see my videos? You mad?
Senior governor should raise it up that America will come after him. If he actually set 70 bandits free, it means dead bodies of Nigerian Christians, dead bodies of Nigerian farmers. Nigeria is going to lose 70 people at a row.
Hukuma sun zo wannan sun zo su roke mu yi hakuri a bar masu aikin za su yi binciken nan su duba ko ma mun ce yaya ba abun da mu yi sai mu yi hakuri.
And the oppressed in Africa, what is your take as a guy?
Yeah, the kind of operation going on across Africa has drawn attention of Donald Trump. That's why he ignited and revived America-Africa policy. American-Africa policy first, before Asia and the rest of the Western world. Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, Canada, they actually know what Pan-Africanism means. So those Pan-Africanists, Lumumba of Kenya, Omoele Chowore, Mazi Nandekano, and the rest of the African, Pan-Africanists are doing great job. And this is why America has stepped up their policy on Africa development, because they know that Africa must be emancipated from the tutelage of colonial rules of Britain and the French. This time around, America has actually been stemming up the agitation for Mazi Nandekano's release and the emancipation of Biafra, United States of Biafra. Israel has been working hard since the referendum of Biafra and the declaration was made in Ginsebelos Square in Finland 2024. It has been obvious that Sokoto indigenes, the Hausa locals, they are right now on the head, on the neck of Sadwana of Sokoto, their spiritual father. They actually blame Sadwana, that Sadwana is the cause of Hausa locals' woe. The Hausa youth are the most illiterate youths in Africa, called Sadwana of Sokoto, who use Arabic ideology, teachings from Quran, and bring down the development of the youth in Katsina, in entire northern region, actually inflicting this kind of non-education injury on this youth, educating them wrongly, inciting Western education as abomination in Islam. Now, Hausa youth have actually embraced the kind of development needed by their generations. They know that without education, Western education, you are going nowhere. That's why they are protesting, chanting, and singing, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As they were singing in the prison, it has blown up the prison roof, and they begin to hear and dance outside Sokoto prison. The youths in Sokoto State, they took it upon themselves and joined the chorus from Sokoto prison. It is actually by me themed this topic as chorus. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's chorus blown up the Sokoto prison, and it has begun to give Sokoto youths a new spirit of understanding, new spirit of learning, new spirit of at least development. A new spirit of revolution has actually enveloped Sokoto State because of Kanu's imprisonment. It is a new idea, evolved by Benjamin Netanyahu and the American President Donald Trump, that it is a high time to let Biafra go, to revise Kanu's case and let Kanu go, to actually let Africa off the hook of British-French tutelage. The British hegemony and French hegemony over the years has actually been enslaving Africa. This is this end of the second slavery by the British and the French. And we'll give it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Lumumba. Mr. Lumumba is from Kenya. Omolele Chore is from southwestern Nigeria. Ibrahim Traore, the youngest military Edo State in the world. Then again, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he started agitation for emancipation of his people and the people of the southeastern hemisphere of Nigeria, that Nigeria government has actually been enslaving, compressing, oppressing for over 55 years now. This is a new wind blowing across Africa continent, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the head, is the leader, followed by Ibrahim Traore, Omolele Chore, and Lumumba of Kenya.
But the Hausa youth are angry. They said enough of oppression in the northern part of Nigeria, enough of regression and what being oppressed by this northern and Sokoto Caliphate, these cabals. They are saying what? They are saying only Biafra freedom will what bring liberation to the even to the northern part of Nigeria. They are finally admitting to this fact. And sort of Sokoto is in panic as regards this eye opener, and is saying with what Trump is doing, that any moment from now is all where might go down.
Dreaming about oil well is still a small thing to what will happen or befall Southern or Sokoto. Trump, after striking Sokoto forest, Southern of Sokoto has gone into hiding. Why? What is coming after him right now is going to be abducted. What happened to Maduro Nicolai is coming to Nigeria. Because in Nigeria is harboring many thieves as rulers, traditional rulers in Nigeria. Many thieves as political leaders, both the presidents and the governors. They are not having it easy with Nigerian citizens. What they are after is enriching their pockets and their international offshore accounts in Europe and other Western worlds. So it is the high time that Trump repeat the feat of what he did in Panama in 1991. I mean, American administration under George Bush actually kidnapped and abducted Manuela Noriega of Panama. And he repeated the feat this year under the administration of Donald Jr. Trump. He actually abducted Nicolai Maduro and his wife. Successfully, they are cleaning it off in New York. They are going to be sentenced. I'm telling you, their next shelter is going to be federal prison or Guantanamo Bay. And if that's not taken, it's going to happen in this country where impunity, where inhumanity, where political selfishness and interest has been epitomized and enthroned by most of the political class in Nigeria. We have seen a Trump that has come to change the system in Africa. Canada, Israel, and United States of America has actually stepped into Africa case. Our case is very, very complex. In Kenya as a British colony is boiling. Nobody is feeling good there because they have been enslaved, under British neocolonialism. Britain actually allowed Africa to go their way in 1960s, at the back, they unified with African useless politicians, making African mineral resources dry, conniving with most of the greedy politicians to bring down the economy of most of the countries they colonize in Africa. Same thing is happening in Nigeria. It is too obvious that Britain is still in charge. Britain is the one that is sucking our oil and deposited natural gas dry, aligning with greedy politicians in Nigeria, stealing our money in billions. Until date, Nigeria has nothing. Nigeria become one of the poorest states in the world. Courtesy British, useless conservative government. I'm telling you that time has come for Africa to wake up. All the colonies, all the British colonies, Kenya, Zambia, Nigeria, Egypt, Australia, North Australia, Liberia, Ghana, everybody standing up, even Tanzania, to actually kick Britain out of Africa. America is the one they are going to at least help in conjunction with Israel and Vladimir Putin. It is the high time Sokoto Caliphate should brace it up that their oil well, their wealth in southern Nigeria is no more, because Biafra is here. Biafra is here. Sokoto Caliphate is down. Saddam Hussein is on the run, nowhere to be found. Over 2 weeks now, American airstrike actually dilapidated, decimated, destroyed ISWAP pitched tent in Sokoto Forest. We are still looking for Saddam Sokoto, nowhere to be found.
I mean, was he in the building where it was strike?
No, it wasn't in his building. He gave them.
Was he there in that building? I don't know about talking that possibility that he might be in that building when.
Okay, the building in the forest where the American airstrike was like a stadium. They actually built it for convention of all the terrorist platform in Sahel Africa, and it's being inspected, it's being funded, it's being managed and administered by Saddam Sokoto, the head of Fulani Caliphates, and that's why it affected him most, and they become apprehensive that America is coming after him. America actually know that Saddam Sokoto is in charge of all the terrorist platforms in Nigeria.
And lastly, is it the Katsina government are planning to set free of over 70 bandits? It says it's part of the peace deal, and this was one of the reasons why the outside youth are angry. They said now the Katsina government is about to release another 70 bandits to the community, and they are saying this is not good for Africa, this is not good for Nigeria, because these people are people that have quite a lot of Christians, a lot of Muslims, a lot of farmers on their farm. Why are they setting them free? Why are these people not going to jail? The
Katsina governor should brace it up that America will come after him. If he actually set 70 bandits free, it means dead bodies of Nigerian Christians, dead bodies of Nigerian farmers. Nigeria is going to lose 70 people at a row. If he does do that with the help of outside youth, both educated and uneducated, expressing themselves on social media, American government is coming after the current Katsina governor. And I'm telling you right now that America should brace it up, that what they are doing in the recent time that has given Nigeria security, both south and north, they are undoing it. I mean the Muslim extremists in the north, which are the governors, all the sponsors of terrorists in the north are extremists. Look at what that governor, the governor of Katsina, is about doing. Reintegrating killers, terrorists that have been murdering farmers, murdering innocent Christians into the communities, into the society. It is wrong. Benjamin Netanyahu should be notified. And Donald Trump should be actually updated on what Katsina State governor is about to do. If it is possible that American military forces should stop him, they should stop him, because free 70 bandits amount free 70 terrorists that are going to buy 70 Nigerians.